Today on this side of the radio, we're going to talk about antennas, and not just any antennas, a wire antenna, and not just any wire antenna, an end-fed half wave. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around, we'll get it set up, and let's do some stuff on the air. What I'd like to introduce you to the MFJ-1984-MP. Now this is a 40 through 10 end-fed half wave. It has a 49-to-1 un-un, cased inside this water-ish type box. I probably wouldn't put this out anywhere where it's going to get direct rain on it. 49-to-1 here, and it's a 66-foot long radiating element. So with this, you get 40, 20, 15, and 10 meter bands without a tuner. And we're going to check that, by the way. I'm going to put that on the 7300 and check the SWR. And let's just see exactly how resonant the antenna is. I haven't trimmed this. It's still like it was when it came in the box. So we'll see what this looks like on the SWR meter once we get it up in the air. I've got a couple different configurations that I'm going to show you today. One's going to be just the normal inverted V, and then for those that may be a little confined with space, I've got a drive-on mount there, and I will set this up as a vertical piece for about 30 feet of it, and then the rest of it will be the sloper that's semi-directional. So I'm going to go start setting this antenna up. You guys hang out here in the shade, and then we'll get this started. All right, so here's the final setup. I've got the feed point anchored to the fire hydrant there with a line running up to the matching unit where the coax comes out going back to my vehicle. And then the element goes all the way up, over through the mast, and then this leg comes down. And I have the fine end of it, or the farthest end. I have the farthest end of the antenna here about 6 feet off the ground, and then I've got it anchored that way. So that's how it looks. Let's go hook it up to the radio and see how it sounds. All right, guys, we got the antenna set up and got it on the 7300, and let's check the SWR, and we'll start on 40 meters And if you look down there at the bottom, we're going to sweep from 7.025 all the way up to 7.325. Well, let's see what we got. You know, I would say that's a pretty good match. And if you'll look, there's no tuner button selected. That's about as flat as you can get. Gets a little bit on the very, very top end of the band. It looks like it gets to about a 1.2 or something like that. But man, you can't ask for anything better than that. That's awesome. Let's check out 20 meters. So it's 14.050 all the way up to 14.350. I'm going to double check and make sure that's cleared out. And let's sweep that band and see what we got. Yeah, I would say it's resonant. Looks like it's flat all the way across the band. That's freaking awesome. All right, let's take a look at 15 meters. So I've got 21.050 up to 21.450. So let's make sure that's clear, and let's sweep that band and check it out. Well, again, I think that's pretty awesome. No tuner. That's the entire 15 meter band. Well, let's see if our luck holds out, and we'll go to 10 meters and check that out. All right, well, I've got it set up for 10 meters now, so we're looking at 28 all the way up to 29,600. I can't quite get 29,700 into the scope, but let's clear that out. And again, no tuner, so we'll check it out. All right, so it's a little bit higher when we get here to 10 meters, but you can see as we get towards the middle of the band there, it really comes down, and it's resonant up on the below a 2-to-1 ratio, coming down off. That's awesome. No tuner, no, and easily an internal tuner could knock that down to a 1-to-1. But this is no tuner, just the antenna, and man, it works as advertised. And, well, guess who I found? If this isn't K5YVY himself out, looks like he's filming a live stream. Well, let's see if we can get him.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee, calling CQ for any station. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Kilo 5 Quebec Bravo Foxtrot.
I got a Kilo 5 Quebec Bravo Foxtrot. Hope you got your shirt on today. You got a good signal here in North Mississippi. Go ahead.
Well, good afternoon to you, Joe. I just decided to step out onto the park across the street and film a little video on this end-fed half wave, and got it all set up and was thumbing around the dial and heard a familiar call sign. So I've got this set up and filming, and got you on the video this time. I think that's a first. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, that's a good deal, man. Good to hear you in the park. You're sounding good. And which antenna are you using?
This is that the 40 through 10 end-fed half wave, and I've got it set up as an inverted V just here off the sidewalk in the park.
Okay, well, it's sounding good. Make sure you show me in that video when you release it how you set it up in an inverted V, so I'll know how to do mine later on.
Okay, guys, I want to give you one last look before I change this configuration. This is the inverted V. And I ended up moving this feed point to just above the ground, and that improved my SWR from when I first put that antenna up. Man, does it make a big difference. So no counterpoise, no ground wire, nothing like that. All that is the feed line running along the ground, and I've got that box just suspended it just barely above the ground. I'm going to move this antenna into a vertical slash sloper, and when I get that all set up, I will come back to you. Okay, so I got the antenna reconfigured. Now this is a drive-on mount, and you can see that the feed point is right there at the fender, and then it goes up about 30 feet, and then the other end comes down over here. So as you can see, that takes a lot less space to set up, and you still have a resonant antenna. So let's fire up the radio and see if that made a difference. All right, got it set up in the inverted L. Well, a vertical with a sloper. We'll go with that. So we're on 40 meters now. So let's check see if the SWR has changed. All right, so it looks like the lower part of the band, it's just above 1.5 to 1, but it comes back down well below 1.5 up into the single sideband part of the band. Well with it, and this is no tuner, so well within acceptable ranges for me. Let's check 20. Looks like the lower part of the band, we're still below 1.5 to 1, and it just gets better the higher you go up in the band. Again, no tuner, that's awesome. Let's check 15 meters. So 21.050 all the way up to 21.450. It's about as much as the of the band as I can get in there, but let's check it out. I have a feeling we're going to see a little more of the same. Yeah, still under 2 to 1 on the lower part of the band, and it just gets better the higher up in the band you go. So definitely a difference when you put this as a partial vertical and the other half as a sloper versus the inverted V. So let's check 10 meters. So 28.0 all the way to 28.6. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I don't believe I would use that in this configuration. Interesting to see that though. I don't know if it's that's interesting. I'm gonna have to show this to some friends of mine and see what kind of information we can get as to why the SWR would jump up so high on that particular frequency. I'm a new ham, and I'm still learning just along with you guys. If you've got an idea about what might be causing this, drop a comment down in the comment section, and let's learn something from each other. Let's tune up on 40 meters and see what kind of audio reports we can get. CQ 40 meters, this is Kilo 5, Quebec Bravo, Foxtrot calling CQ 40, any station, anywhere, CQ, Kilo 5, Quebec Bravo, Foxtrot.
Kilowatt Delta.
Kilowatt Delta station, go ahead.
Delta 8, Papa, Quebec Echo.
Kilo Delta 8, Papa, Quebec Echo. Good afternoon. This is Shane down in Texas.
You're 3-3 into Ohio.
All right, Bill. Yeah, thanks for the 33 into Ohio. You're a 5-7, 57 QSL.
QSL, thank you, 73.
All right, 73 QRZ.
QRZ, Papa Victor 8 Alpha Lima QRZ.
Kilo 5, Quebec Bravo, Foxtrot.
Kilo 5 Quebec Bravo Foxtrot, 5-7 in Boa Vista, Brazil. Very good evening, my friend.
Oh, good evening. Hi, Lou. I believe this is conversation number 4 for us under this call sign. You're a very strong 5-9 into Dallas, Texas. QSL.
QSL, many thanks for calling me again from Dallas, Texas, and thanks for 5-9. You're 5-7 now, QSL.
Roger, Roger. Copy on the 57. Appreciate the contact, and go get some more of them.
Many thanks. The best friends to do well, and I hope to see you again another time. And definitely is good to help the Indian farmer. Bye-bye.
All right, 73.
73.
All right, well, thanks for sticking with me through another one. I appreciate it. That antenna is probably my favorite, and man, in the inverted V, as you saw, that was pretty much spot on, resonant, no tuner needed throughout all the bands that are on the harmonic of 40 as well as 40. When it was in the inverted, when it was in the vertical with the sloping end, it was a little bit different, and that's something that I'm going to test in the future. But I've used that antenna in that configuration. It worked well. So I don't know if I needed to add maybe a ground cable or or some sort of counterpoise to it for that particular setup. I'm not sure, but I'll test it. That's what we're here to do. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. 73 to each and every one of you. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes, all the comments. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you on the next video. Also, come check us out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central live in the Clubhouse. And you can find that YouTube channel down in the description of this video. Anyway, 73 to you. Hope you're all having a fantastic week, and we'll see you in the next video.